What's up, y'all? I've got some super cool buffs for Tsareena, another weirdly slow Alolan Pokemon. This buff is more than just the grass and fighting typing and a speed boost, however. This ROM hack is not your average run-of-the-mill ROM hack, so if you are a new viewer here, or if you have yet to do so, please do check out the description. There's a link to the very same Google Sheet I'm sharing on screen right now, and you can check out all 600 plus move buffs and changes that I've made in this hack. I've reworked all types of moves. There are 130 plus custom brand new ones as well. One of those in this case is Blossom Dance, which is a very late game move. You'll only have that for Pony Island, but it's a great move that gives you +2 speed and +1 attack and special attack. A lot of grass types get it. And Tsareena is actually one of the best setup sweepers in the game because of its ability Queenly Majesty. Normally, this would be a pretty situational mid ability, especially compared to their secondary ability and Expertise, which is insane. That is Parental Bond. It gives them a 25% boost off of 125 base attack, which is very strong, and it gives 2 chances for additional effects to hit. For example, things like Low Sweep and Seed Bomb have flinch rates now, so you get 2 chances to flinch with those, as well as stuff like Zen Headbutt. Play Rough has 2 chances to drop attack, Takedown has 2 chances to drop defense, etc., etc. Very good move. Stomp, Hoodwink, those also have 2 chances to flinch, so very good ability. You get raw damage output, you get double boosts. So for example, Rolling Kick is a 60 base power move that gives you +1 speed. So with Expertise, that gets a 25% boost and then gives you +2 speed. So that's insane. Rolling Kick is very good on Tsareena. In general, Expertise is a really good ability. It also bypasses things like Focus Sash and Sturdy because it hits twice, so that makes it a good setup sweeper mon. However, a lot of fast setup sweepers are heavily hurt by a lot of things. So there's a lot of anti-setup things I've put into place in this ROM hack, but one of the main things is First Impression, which is a TM that most Pokemon that are physical attackers get. Tsareena also technically gets it, and you can use it for certain boss fights to take down certain faster offensive threats, but it's not like you're going to be using that every fight. But the beautiful thing about Queenly Majesty is that it blocks First Impression. In this hack, Fighting type no longer resists Bug, so Tsareena is weak to First Impression. So despite having a pretty good, a pretty good bulk stat. It's weird, actually. Tsareena was like really weirdly bulky. 77, 98, 98 is good bulk. But despite that, you're still going to be dropped by a First Impression normally, which is why when you see on the trainer sheets that there's a First Impression user coming up and you want to either get a free switch in or get a free turn, or just you don't have any other switch-ins to First Impression because you can't even use Protect on it anymore. It does bypass Protect now. That is a 60 base power move, by the way, that always crits, so it'll bypass any defensive boosts you might have or any Intimidate drops you might try to give to that First Impression user. So the counterplay is very limited. You need to just either switch out or take the hit. And then Queenly, the fact that you have Queenly Majesty and other Pokemon with Dazzling, which is a pretty uncommon ability in this hack because it is ultimately situational, but on Tsareena it's really cool. Not to mention it's kind of soulful because it is their signature ability to keep it. So as an option, it's very nice to block First Impression. So what you can do is you can click Blossom Dance and then you won't be thwarted out by First Impression. So you can get a lot of sweeps going that way because at +2 speed and +1 attack, you're very strong and very fast. You can even run max HP with Blossom Dance. You don't need any speed investment with Blossom Dance to outspeed everything. So that's really great. It makes you a lot bulkier. Another really cool thing you can do with Expertise I didn't cover earlier is Trop Kick. Trop Kick, similar to tons of other moves like Water Pulse, Ominous Wind, Mystical Fire, all types of these moves. There's a whole list of them in the move sheet down below, but there's a dozen or so moves that are attacking moves that drop attack and special attack, and it's a great defensive counterplay to all of the offensive stuff in the hack. So with Expertise, Trop Kick will do that twice, meaning it is not only boosted, but it also drops attack and special attack by 2 stages. So that's a great move. I would definitely keep Trop Kick with Expertise as my main grass stab for as long as I can. Honestly, I wouldn't really need the power of Seed Bomb over that. I'd say the 10 base power difference is worth it. Obviously, for certain fights, you might need that extra power for like Power Whip or something later on in the game, but in general, Trop Kick is like a staple move in my opinion. Very cool that its signature move, which I have given to other Pokemon, is still probably best on Tsareena because of that Expertise ability. Also, logically, I didn't really cover why I give it Expertise, but I think it fits pretty well. If you read the Pokedex and stuff, it's like a master of kicking and stuff. I named it a very general-sounding name for a reason, so, I gave it a couple Pokemon, like Sock Throw, Deblade, Hoopa Unbound, of course Mega Kangaskhan still has it, Ambipom. I believe those are all of them. And this actually might be the last Expertise Pokemon, so really cool ability. It's also, it's got other ways to boost as well and kick and stuff, like I said. Reversal is also great with Queenly Majesty because Endure is now a TM, so you just slap that on with a Salac or a Lychee Berry, and then you get off 200 base power reversals, or you can use Focus Sash, Blossom Dance with Reversal. They'll take you to your Sash, you'll get a Blossom Dance off, you'll get +2 speed, and then you'll have +2 attack from Lychee, +2 attack from, +1 attack from Blossom Dance, and then you'll have a 200 base power reversal. Yeah, that's what I meant to say with Focus Sash. And that's great. That's incredible. You know, you'll be one-shotting anything that doesn't resist fighting at that point. Maybe not anything, but you get my point. All right. And then you're immune to priority with Queenly Majesty. So that's a really good use of Queenly Majesty. I really like that it's actually good on Tsareena. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, I was just going to swap it out with something like Unburden. But I think the fact that it's actually useful in this hack because of all the strong priority moves. Not to mention, by the way, First Impression is not the only application of Queenly Majesty. There is a priority move of every type, typically 2 priority moves of every type now. So being immune to those is also nice, but the AI doesn't use those as much because they don't know when to click it at the best time. They usually go based off base power. They'll only click priority moves. Besides First Impression, they'll click that on the first turn usually. But with weaker priority moves, they'll only click it if you're really low HP usually, unless that's their only stab. For example, in this case, say there was a Heracross in front of you, but its only bug type stab was Creeping Strike, and then they had like a fighting move that was. Let's say they had Creeping Strike and Mach Punch and I don't know 2 other moves like setup moves. Then they would click Creeping Strike, which is cool. But yeah. Otherwise, it's got great utility. The pre-evolutions are very strong. Steenie for Olivia is totally fine with the Violite, or not a Violite with Grassy Guard. It's got good bulk. Bounce Free is good bulk for Melee Island. It'll evolve in time. Basically, after Gumshoes, Totem Gumshoes, it'll evolve. It's got great utility like Leech Seed and Tearful Look and Sweet Scent and Charm and Befriend and Aromatic Mist. So yeah, Parting Shot, Taunt, all the typical stuff that Pokemon get, especially grass types. Very good moves. Very fun to use. Definitely worth swapping to Queenly Majesty on occasion. You also have good coverage moves now, so you got buffed play rough, takedown for stab, close combat for stab. You got tons of fighting type stab moves, and then you have acrobatics, first impression, lunge, and headbutt, stopping tantrum, and then late game and Pony Island you'll get Megaton Kick, which is a 120 base power, 90% accurate ground type stat coverage move is what I meant to say. So yeah, super fun. I think I'm going to leave the video off there. You can figure out the rest of the move buffs and changes for yourself in the description. I really do recommend you give those a look. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll be back for more Alola Pokemon coming up. Peace.